So you're just going to allow someone to almost beat you to death? Hmm. Hey, what's up and hello? This is the Chris Nicole giving you my views on life, love, and the world of entertainment through my eyes. And this is my review on Yellowjackets, Season 2, Episode 7, Burial. So we start off with them being stuck in the cabin, and this time they're truly stuck because it's a blizzard. There's a blizzard going on, and all of them are asleep or depressed in the cabin. And Shauna is definitely depressed. She doesn't want to speak to anyone. She doesn't want to drink water. But suddenly, all of a sudden, Lottie hears or sees that the snow has stopped. And so, with that, everyone, tries to open up the door. Like the snow is literally almost like 4 feet tall. And, they're going outside. Ty tries to tell, Shauna, it would be good for you to go outside, but Shauna's not trying to hear it. She still has the baby in her hand. But eventually, while everyone else is kind of like removing the snow, Shauna does go outside and she finds a little area and she creates a little grave for the baby. And it's a sad scene. But I do find it interesting. Here I go with my anal side. That I find it interesting that she was able to find all of those rocks and blocks. Like if the snow was like 4 feet tall and it took several of them to open up the door, how did she manage to find all of these blocks or rocks, whatever the heck they were? So many of them all in the same area, and she didn't really have to dig. They were just there. I'll rock with it though. It's a sad scene, but of course, you guys know how I am. So, next we see adult Misty collecting all of the girls' stuff to start their wellness journey. And Natalie, I don't know if she truly drank the Kool Aid and she's a part of this cult now, or she's doing all of this to throw them off, especially Lottie, but we'll have to see. But it seems like she's taking it very seriously as far as yeah, like she feels like she's healed. So, adult Van and Ty have a heart to heart about how they need each other, but while Ty feels Van has helped her, Van is really trying to figure out her purpose and why she is still around. I like Ty and Van together as teenagers and as adults. Like I said last week, I really feel like they're going to get back together. I want to see them together. So, yeah. Then we see all of the adult ladies at the wellness center picking out their journeys that they will explore while they're there: self care, renewal, guidance, and forage. Side note, Ty, where is Sammy? How long have you been away at this point? Where is Sammy? Where is the dog? And aren't you the new governor? Like, or something like that? Like, no one is looking for you. Like, at this point, how long have you been away? Like, shouldn't there be a manhunt or something like that trying to figure out where you are? And you have your phone, so I'm sure they can track your phone. I don't know. Like, those are some questions that I'm like, okay, at this point, what's going on with her family, what's going on with her career. So for self care, Shauna chose self care and she's taking care of a goat. And I was like, oh, hell. Like, do not give her any animals. Don't give her any humans. Because as far as we see is psycho, Shauna will turn that into goat meat. And she's even uncomfortable taking care of a goat. And I don't blame her. And I don't blame that goat if the goat wants to run away. So Coach in the past, Coach is having a delusion like about Paul, which I'm assuming is his boyfriend. And Paul is saying to Coach that, he has to go. I'm trying to figure out if Paul is no longer alive and Coach is having delusions because he's about to see him soon. Like what's going on with him? Like, is he mentally sick at this point because he is isolated? Like I just want to know more about what's going on with Coach. But drop down your theories below. Put your theories in the comments and let me know. But yeah, we've had this go back and forth for several episodes at this point. So I just want to know what this means. Like, so yeah, let me know. So next, adult Misty goes to her guidance therapy, but she isn't for the therapy. She is just trying to find a way to get the info she needs, and I think she's trying to get everyone to help her get Natalie out of there. Then we see teenage Misty being nosy, hearing how, the other girls are saying she was a trooper as far as trying to help Shauna deliver the baby. Child, until they say they think that she's more psycho than they thought because she had to do something to Crystal, because why wouldn't she go search for her friend after the snow has settled, after the blizzard is over? So Misty goes from smiling to like looking like, oh shit, like I need to fake the funk and pretend like I want to go look for my friend. So, because of that, Misty makes an announcement in the cabin that they need to go find Crystal. And they all agree. And Lottie says that the wilderness saved Shauna, so maybe it can save Crystal too. Now, Lottie, I thought you could feel people still being alive. I mean, you felt that Hobby was still alive. You can't feel that Crystal was no longer with y'all or the wilderness? Like, at this point, I'm confused. If you felt Hobby was alive, you should know Crystal is gone. But okay. So, meanwhile, some of the girls are saying if Crystal isn't alive, maybe they can eat her, child. Yes, they're like, well, we want her to be okay, but at the same time, if she's not okay, that wouldn't be such a bad thing, right? Misty hears it and runs out, and I think her crazy loner ass is gonna find Crystal. I'm thinking at first that she's gonna find Crystal to serve her up to everyone, because I think that, as crazy as she is, that's her way of kind of getting back in good with, everyone, because she just wants to be accepted so bad. So Lottie and Ty have a talk, and she tells, as they're teenagers, she tells Ty that maybe she can find Crystal. And with that, Ty's like, no, like, since I've been, dealing with you, I haven't been sleepwalking. And Lottie's like, look, that heifer is still in you. Bring her out, ho, bring her out. So and if you bring her out, maybe we can find Crystal. So Lottie and Ty as adults are talking, and Ty tells Lottie that she's sleepwalking again, and Lottie tells Ty that this woman, and they're calling her a girl at this point, this woman, this spirit, you are suppressing her, and the she devil inside of you, maybe she's lashing out because you are suppressing her. You need to embrace her because she is a part of you. And Ty has a moment of like, holy shit, like maybe she's right. So adult Misty and Psycho Shauna. Shauna is like in the woods, and Shauna loses the damn goat, and I'm not shocked about that at all. I'm shocked she hasn't actually killed the goat yet, but she loses the goat. And so Misty and Shauna have a talk about Shauna doesn't feel that killing is funny, unlike Misty. And Misty is like, bitch, I helped you. You're not even grateful. So they go back and forth, and then all of a sudden the goat shows up. And I think the goat is symbolic to Shauna being so not aware of herself and how crazy she really is, and that she can't even keep track of Billy Goat. Okay? So I think the goat is definitely symbolic. So I'm glad they chose self-care for her, because she's off her damn rocker. So the girls are starting to look for Crystal. Misty begins to fake cry so she can actually get Crystal so they won't eat her. So I thought she was going to serve Crystal up, but she's actually trying to find Crystal so they will not eat her. Let's just give an applause to the one-liners that Misty has. Some of the things that she says, oh my gosh, I'm laughing. I think during this scene she was like her frozen little song in her throat or something like that. The girl, her one-liners are amazing. So Shauna talks to the area where Jackie's body used to be, in that little, I don't know, shelter little thing. And she's like, Jackie, I really need to talk to you. And she starts crying. And I'm just still so confused. Like, really? Like, Talk about what? How your baby didn't make it and your baby belonged to Jackie's boyfriend? Like, come on. Like, I just don't understand this dynamic. Like, she truly, really is missing her quote unquote best friend, but you weren't a friend to her. I don't understand it. You guys help me understand. Do you guys understand this shit? Because I don't. You're crying over her, saying she's the best friend you ever had, but at the same time, you was screwing her boyfriend. You ain't shit. So moving on. Shauna tried to get someone to take care of the billy goat, and it's mainly because she doesn't want to be attached to it because she thinks later she has to kill it. And this is one of the best scenes I've seen so far with Psycho Shauna. Once she realizes she doesn't have to kill it because she goes to Lottie, and Lottie's like, "You don't have to kill the goat." Um, she once she realizes that, she becomes attached to it. She actually starts naming it. The goat's name is Bruce. So I just say Billy Goat. And as soon as she realized she doesn't have to kill it, she actually started to, like, oh, Bruce, like, hugging it and everything. And she admits at that point that she has always kept Callie at arm's length because she always felt like Callie would die and that Callie wasn't real and that she would try to tell herself that she, is safe and it's okay to be Callie's mom. But, her crazy ass finally admits that she's broken. You know what I mean? So which is some weird ass way. Some weird ass way, as crazy as Lottie is, I was like, damn, well, maybe this wellness shit is actually working. Because I'm just like, I wouldn't trust Lottie. But she had a breakthrough. And I was like, okay, well, this is interesting. So adult Misty, finally is forced to do her therapy. And she's in the water tank and where she has to sit in the dark. And she starts to see weird shit. And I think it's a mixture of things that are like popping up in the water tank. But at the same time, it makes her, like, I guess, come out with her visual thoughts or whatever the case may be. And child, she has some weird ass shit going on in that head of hers because next thing you know, in human form, her bird comes alive, okay? And so through all of it, we realize that the main purpose of this scene is that her and Walter are supposed to be together. So immediately when she gets out of the water tank, she calls Walter and says he's right about her being a killer and that they should, I don't know, shit, be killers together. Child, I don't know. But that was the weirdest call ever. But she realizes that, yeah, Walter and her are supposed to be together. I figured it was either that or they were related, but we'll see how that turns out between her and Walter. Next, Misty tries to dig in the snow. This is teenage Misty. She tries to dig in the snow to find Crystal, and Crystal is not there. So I'm trying to figure out, did the animals take her? But in the process of her, freaking out that Crystal's not there, she climbs back up and she sees that Coach is about to off himself. And child Misty says everything she can to talk him off the ledge. She will eat his high calorie booty meat. She will scream that he's a Jim Jones. She will scream that he's gay. But she finally tells him that she can't have another death on her hands. And that's what makes Coach say, okay, I will stay alive. So again, Misty and her one-liners, when she said high calorie booty meat, I almost lost it. So adult Van and Ty kiss. They kiss and they reconnect again, honey. And Ty says, once they realize they're having this passionate kiss, Ty's like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Like, she has to figure this shit out and where, she wants her life to be. And Van says, I can't wait for you, Ty. And then we realize that she's saying that she can't wait for Ty because she has cancer. And she tells Ty that she has months to live. Okay, months to live. And I'm like, damn, like, butt nugget. Like, I want to see a happy story in some of this shit. Like, just one happy story. And I want Ty and Van back together, damn it. Like, oh, wait, shit. Wait a minute. Ty is married. Damn. So I guess I shouldn't be encouraging this, huh? Whatever. I still want Ty and Van together. Look, okay, let's be clear, Ty. Your wife wouldn't accept and embrace your crazy. Van does. I say that you divorce your wife and get with Van. But moving on. So Lottie is talking to her psychiatrist, and let's talk about exposition again, because psychiatrist moments, just like classroom moments, are ways for the audience to get more information that we need to know. So in this scene is not horrible exposition like some other shows, but this is still a form of exposition. So she is saying that the spirit brought the girls back to her and brought all of them back together, and the doctor is saying maybe when she was with the girls, that's when she felt she was free. But Lottie is like, how is that free when we hurt people and ate people? And the doctor says, what is life without risk or loss? And Lottie and myself was like, bitch, what? What the hell are you talking about? But then we see that spirit in woman form come up. And then we realize that Lottie was not talking to her doctor, but she was in a room by herself. And here's a knock at the door that takes her out of her crazy. So the girls have a session of laughing and drinking. These are the adult girls. And Missy wants to talk about the first summer stranded. And they're all like, hell no, like we don't want to think about that shit. But Natalie is like, how much do you guys remember? And some talk, but Van is like, look, I only have a certain amount of freaking months to live. I don't want to think about this negative stuff. And I don't blame her. So as freaking teenagers, Misty is humming a song, and Shauna just randomly flips out and was like, where did you hear that song? Where did you hear that damn song? And Missy's like, I mean, I don't know. I think I heard Crystal humming it. Next thing you know, Shauna takes off and knocks the hell out of Misty. And so she starts screaming about how they ate her baby, and she bites Van. Next thing you know, child, Lottie gets in front of Shauna and says, Shauna, I know you're angry. I know you're frustrated. So take it out on me. Take it out on me, Shauna. Shauna proceeds to beat the shit out of Lottie. And Lottie just takes it. She takes all the kicks. She takes all the hits to the point where her face damn near looks broken. Couldn't be me. If you want to take your anger out on something, take your anger out on the wilderness or the snow, bitch. You not about to beat my ass like that, and I'm not about to get at least one pinch or punch in. Seriously. Like, there is no way I would allow that. Maybe we can box together, we can both get our energy out, but no way. Lottie literally looked like she was dead. Okay? Literally looked like she was dead. And so with that, after she whoops her ass, she goes outside and then she takes her bloody knuckles and puts them in the snow while all the other girls are helping Lottie, pick her up and all of that stuff and try to, help her. And again, all of them literally just allowed this shit to happen. Like, Lottie has such a mind control over them, because I just could not watch two people that are considered at least my friends or my teammates, one of them just whooping this girl's ass and like the other one is not punching or fighting back. I just wouldn't be able to do it. So yeah, no way in hell. I'll be damned. So, but Lottie's alive. It takes her a minute. She's choking on her own damn blood. And so at that point, they all tend to her while Shauna goes out there and yeah, fuck Shauna. I was like, that scene was hard to watch. I don't know about y'all, but leave the comments below and let me know what you think about that. So meanwhile, as adults, the girls are playing and dancing in the snow like they have never seen snow before. And I'm sure at this point, I'm surprised none of them moved to freaking California or a place or Florida where it doesn't snow at all, because all of that snow they had to endure when they was stuck in that cabin, I probably wouldn't want to see snow again. But they're happy that it's snowing. So they're dancing and, doing their kumbaya and hippie shit. And then next thing you know, Shauna gets a call from Shady Jeff and she runs into the kitchen and she's like, is Callie okay? And Shady Jeff is acting like, he's talking to his wife, but not talking to his wife, saying that, hey, that guy that you got in the fender bender with, the one that you had an affair with? Well, it looks like the police have found his remains. Adam's remains. And next thing you know, the episode goes off. Yeah, good episode. Definitely, again, emotional roller coaster with possibly dealing with, Coach was trying to kill himself. And then of course with Van having cancer. So there's a lot of stories developing right now. So I'm curious to see how this is going to continue. We have 3 more episodes. So like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on my next video. Peace.